a new band of rebels arose who were determined to carry the fight to Jerusalem. The Sicarii, to the Sicarii. Anyone who wasn't fighting the Romans was a collaborator and worthy of death.
Many were slain every day, and the fear men were in was worse than the calamity itself.
Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Give double honors to the elders that rule well. And say honors and Shalom to all the brothers out there doing the work in truth and sincerity. It's the brother Al-Azhar Bun Lawyer. I want to do this video on America being Babylon. Because you got certain absolute idiots and assholes out there that are still contending that America is not the Babylon the Great that the Bible speaks about that will exist here in these last days, when it evidently is. Okay, what you are looking at, I want to zoom in on this image as much as absolutely possible. What you are looking at is a proposed stadium for the Atlanta Falcons, the new stadium they want to build in Atlanta to replace the Georgia Dome. And as you see, it is totally fashioned in the form of a sun. This is the house of Baal we're looking at. We have to understand, when you hear certain people, political analysts, things like that, speak about the fabric of America, meaning what America is made of. The fabric of America is sun worship, the same exact fabric that existed in ancient Babylon. It is totally replicating the ways of ancient Babylon. Take a look at this fucking stadium. And coincidentally enough, what day do they play football on? On Sunday. They want to play football on Sunday in a sun-shaped stadium that has a hole in the middle that the sun can beam down through on a sunny day. Everything about this place is sun worship. Everything about this place is Babylonian. Everything. We have to understand that it's in our face every day. Go to a shopping center, man. Go to a newer shopping center. Okay, take a look at the architecture, the intricacy of the masonry in which it's erected, and you will see sun worship all over the place. You will see sun discs and at the top of various buildings, sun discs, pinwheels, things like that. Which this is what that's fashioned after, a pinwheel, all going back to Babylonian symbology of sun worship. You see what I'm saying? That's what this whole goddamn place is about. Sun worship, man. Honoring Sunday, the day of the sun. Christmas, the solstice. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. Let's get some scriptures. This is Deuteronomy 4:16. Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female. So the Most High is telling us that graven images will corrupt you. Skipping to verse 19. Unless thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven. When they look into heaven, right? And when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the hosts of heaven, you see the wondrous things in the galaxy that the Most High has created. Should us be driven to worship them? Because they're so marvelous and they're beautiful creations of the Most High. But you shouldn't be driven to worship it. But because the creation is so glorious, and you're skipping a step and not thinking about the glorious creator that created these glorious things for our eyes to behold, these people instead look up, see these glorious things, and then worship those which corrupt them. Should us be driven to worship them and serve them, which the Lord thy God hath divided unto all nations under the whole heaven. Okay? That corrupts you, though. That's a corruption. It's corrupt to worship anything outside of the Most High God of Israel. Let's go to Deuteronomy 17:3. And have gone and served other gods and worshipped them, either sun or moon or any of the hosts of heaven which I have not commanded. So the Most High did not tell us to worship the sun or the moon or any of the hosts of heaven. So they are not to be worshipped. Point blank, period. And this is a total dagger to when these people say, well, the Bible is all about sun worship and this, and that. We are clearly reading in the fundamental stages of the Bible, in the Torah, in Deuteronomy, 2 different times where we are forbidden to worship the sun or the moon or the stars or anything like that. So this is a cut on Islam, and this is a cut on anybody trying to say the Bible is based on sun worship. Catholicism, created by Constantine, merging certain biblical characters with pagan traditions, which is really all the ancient Babylonian mystery system, is sun worship because it's the Babylonian system. That's not what's written here within the pages of this Bible, at least in instructing us to worship. We are warned about these things because these things are evident and have always been evident since the beginning of time. Since Nimrod started Babylon, they've been worshiping the sun. To this day here in America, and we can see that with structures like the new Atlanta Stadium that's been proposed. Let's go to Job 31:26. If I beheld the sun when it shined, or the moon walking in brightness, and my heart had been secretly enticed, or my mouth had kissed my hand. So meaning when he looked up in the sun, he was so fascinated by it that he was enticed to worship it. He's saying if this had occurred hypothetically, this also were an iniquity, to be punished by the judge. Meaning if you did this, you committed a sin, and the Most High God was to judge you for it. For I should have denied the God that is above. So if you do that, when you worship the sun or when you worship the moon or anything else, you were denying the Most High God. You were denying Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And that's what this whole country does, really this whole world. But I want to talk about America in particular. When they erect things like this and they have policies like they do, what they're doing is denying the Most High God. They are denying Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's why in Revelation 11:8, it says the new Babylon is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Egypt also was into worshiping, the hosts of heaven. As you hear a lot of these Kemet dudes talk about, oh, the sun, we are the children of the sun, and, the constellations and this and that, things of that nature. And you go also on the other end, go to the Sodom, how it has that homosexual vibration, that sexually liberated, wicked, demonic vibration in this place. That's why it's spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. But it's also the place where our Lord is crucified. Because in the policies and in the idolatry of this place, we're clearly showing that these people are forsaking the Most High God of the scriptures. Okay? Which, I mean, if you're not Israelite, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, it ain't for you anyway. But these people are outrightly spitting in our power's face and spitting in our faces and teaching us to follow their ways. Let's go to Jeremiah 82. And they shall spread them before the sun and the moon and all the host of heaven, whom they have loved, and whom they have served, and whom they have walked after, and whom they have sought, and whom they have worshipped. They shall not be gathered nor buried. They shall be for dung upon the face of the earth. Now this was a curse that was put on the nation of Israel, going back to the ancient times when we were following after worshiping the host of heaven. And our bones were laid out, before that, man. We were destroyed, But this is going to go for the 2/3 of our people that do that in this place, and all the rest of these people in America that are going to be hit with these thermonuclear missiles. You see what I'm saying? Let's go to Zephaniah 1, starting at verse 4. I will also stretch out my hand upon Judah and upon all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and I will cut off the remnant of Baal from this place, because Baal is the sun worship. Baal is Nimrod, and they say that he became the sun. So really it's sun worship. And the name of the Chemarims with the priests. The Chemarims are priests to Baal. Wicked, evil, idolatrous priests that worship the sun. Verse 5. And them that worship the host of heaven upon the housetops. Right? And them that worship and swear by the Lord, and that swear by Malcham. Okay, which is, we're dealing with the sun gods here. Okay, but worship the sun upon the housetops. And this is the ultimate display of worshiping the sun upon the housetop. Making a double likeness to the sun. This is the damn straight up house of Baal right here. The mega church of Baal. I won't be surprised if when this is erected, T.D. Jakes and niggas like that go and have super mega churches events in this place on Sundays during the off season or when the Falcons is on the road. And on top of that, it's a damn falcon is the mascot for the team, and we know you take any bird and you can turn it into the phoenix of Egypt, man. That's what it's really all about. Let's go to Jeremiah 23 and 27. Which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal. And this is what our people, they forget all about Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. They want to go watch the Falcons game. They want to go after the American dream. They want to go after the policies of America. They want to think like a goddamn cracker American. Those are all the ways of Baal. These are all sun worship. They all want to honor Sunday. They all want to cook a Sunday dinner. That's all Baal worship. It's Jeremiah 32 and 35. And they built the high places of Baal. This is a high place of Baal. This is going to be one of the ultimate high places of Baal right here. Which are in the valley of the son of Hinnom. They're going to build this one in Atlanta. To cause their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire unto Molech. Sacrificing their kids. Goddamn abortion clinics. Or even indoctrinating your kid in this Babylonian fornication juice. Is you might as well have put them to the fire, because they're going to get hit with a missile if they don't wake up anyway. If they're not the elect anyway. Or the 1/3. Which I commanded them not. Neither came into my mind that they should do this abomination to cause you to descend. So none of our people should be partaking in things like this. But it's going to be 50 niggas that's going to be on a team wearing red and black jerseys with that goddamn bird in it that playing this fucking arena. But Lord willing, this arena will never get erected, and the Lord will bring the destruction by them, man. But let's say it do get erected. The Lord might allow this to get erected just so a missile can hit it right here in the middle of it, which would also be a beautiful thing. You know, let the Lord's will be done, whatever that be. Let Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's will be done. And this Jeremiah 12 and 6. And it shall come to pass, if they will diligently learn the ways of my people, to swear by my name, the Lord liveth, as they taught my people to swear by Baal, then shall they be built in the midst of my people. So what the Lord just did is lay out a hypothetical situation, but at the same time a rhetorical situation. Hypothetically, the only way these heathens could possibly get in to be numbered amongst the children of Israel would be if they turned around all the wickedness that they did and diligently learn the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, then they could get in. But they would have to do it to the extent that they taught us to go after Baal. And like I said, this is part of the fabric of America. Every little thing we see, man, when you open your door and you go in your house and you turn on the TV, to the architecture, everything is subconsciously insinuating the worship of Baal, the worship of the sun, or the worship of the woman. All these are the policies of Babylon. We see it. From the time you were born and reared into this world, it's already beginning to be implanted into your subconscious and your psyche. So they would have to take all of this wickedness that they've done, all of this psychological warfare, all of this, trying to play inception and put inceptions of worshiping these false things into our head. Take all of that, destroy all of it, and then put as much effort as they did to keeping us from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to them learning the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. As a whole, that's the only way they could come. But they're not going to, like I said, it was a hypothetical, but at the same time, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is being rhetorical right here, because they're not going to do it. And he already said that they're not. He already gave he already declared the end from the beginning that no heathen was going to make it. Only thing a heathen going to do that doesn't get hit with this missile, these missiles here in America, is going to be serving straight up hardcore slavery. Okay, that's point blank period. Yeah, and also proving that this is Babylon, and what Babylon got to worry about is this new alliance, this new bank alliance called BRICS, BRICS, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Okay, they're all starting a union, and they're all beginning to develop banks. This is all basically a slap in the face, and despite the goddamn Rothschild banks, and this is all we're seeing, the beginning stages of this alliance that's getting ready to rise up against Babylon. Okay, rise up against the beast. All right, let's go into this first. BRICS is an acronym for an association of 5 major emerging national economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The grouping was originally known as BRIC before the inclusion of South Africa in 2010. The BRICS members are all developing or newly industrialized countries, but they are distinguished by their large, fast-growing economies and significant influence on regional and global affairs. All 5 are G20 members. Okay, as of 2013, the 5 BRIC countries represent almost 3 billion people with a combined nominal GDP, which is a gross domestic product, of 16.039 trillion US dollars and an estimated 4 trillion US dollars in combined foreign reserves. Okay, so what they're doing is they're a growing and rising financial power here in the world, and it's all a part of this alliance, this alliance of Gog Magog, the renaissance of the Medo-Persian Empire that we're seeing here, that's getting ready to take down Babylon and the Western powers and the beasts and the horns. Let me get these scriptures. This is Revelation 20:8. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together in battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. That Gog and Magog is talking about Russia, and they're going to bring a whole mess of other countries with them, like your Chinas, like your Brazils, like your Indias, like your South Africas. Okay, let's go to Ezekiel 38:4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, a great company with bucklers and shields, and all of them handling the sword. That's the Lord pulling this union into this battle. Okay, whether they want to or not, whether if they just want to, I just want to live in peace and get money. No, that's not what's going to happen. It's going to be a war. It's going to be a world war, World War III, the third woe, the final woe, and that'll be it. Okay, and with that, shalom.